Hi there, welcome to the September edition of the Redden District Angling Association Fisheries feedback video. We decided to give this episode a bit of an international flavour. So as you can see, I'm on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River in Africa, and you'll hear later from Del about his endeavours to catch a Scottish salmon. Actually, that's complete nonsense. We're on our holidays. We've got to get this video out somehow, so that's why we're filming it from wherever we can. We've got, as ever, our usual news, views, features, competitions. Got some great fish to share with you, some more information about some Thames fishing opportunities. So let's roll the film.
Hello everyone, a little bit different this time. Martin's off sunning himself and hopefully catching a few fish out on the Zambezi, I think it is. So he's not here this month, so it's just me and Jim. Jim's been just promoted to person with the clapper board, which he's very chuffed about. So right, let's get on. Wileys, that's taken most of our work that we've been doing this month. I've had a couple of weeks off. I've been up worrying salmon up in Scotland, and fortunately this time I've caught a couple, which I don't know who's more surprised, me or the salmon, but it was good. And to have two in consecutive days was well, unbelievable, but that's by the by. Yeah, Wileys, most of our work's been up at Wileys. We're getting on all right with that. That's coming along. It's a little bit slower than we thought. We've had to get a lot of material in there, and anybody that knows Wileys, there's a 3-ton bridge as part of our access, and so putting a 35-ton lorry over the top is probably not a good idea. So we've got to move material in sort of 2 stages, which is a bit of a pain, and it's taken a lot longer than we thought. But we're getting there, and I'm hoping if we can get a good sort of 4 or 5 days consecutive run at it, then we'll be somewhere near finishing. Once we've done that, we'll be electro-fishing it just to get some idea of what the stock's like. We think we know, but we just got to check for ourselves, really. And then we'll be looking to stock it. We'll probably be putting some bream in there, some tench in there, just probably everything but carp. So that's Wileys. While I was away, Jim's been doing sort of like the final cut of the year, or what we hope to be the final cut of the year. We always do one around about September time. So he's done all the lakes, some of the river venues, and basically just giving everything a bit of an haircut just before the winter. If there's anywhere that you think could do with it that we might not have seen, some of these sort of out of the way venues that we don't get to go to particularly, let us know, and we'll try and get up there and get them done before the winter sets in. Child Bill, we've had a few questions about Child Bill. Child Bill, where there will be an announcement imminently. Might even go out before this video goes out. We've managed to secure some fishing with Child Bill, exclusive fishing. This is for RDAA members. You will be the only people to be able to buy a day ticket to go and fish it. So it's £12. You'll be able to book it through Clubmate. And yeah, like I say, you've got to be a member of Redden District also. So because they've got a syndicate going on there and this, that and the other, they need to know who's on that venue at any one time. And because of Clubmate and the power that we've got with Clubmate, it means that we can control who goes there and who doesn't, and more importantly, we can sort of, if there's any issues or they got any problems, we can point them in the right direction. So that'll be coming up in the next few days, hopefully. So onto the Better Fishing Academy, wrapping up for the sort of year now. They've got a pike one, and I can't remember what the date is. Let me have a quick look. It is the 18th of October. You need to book it through Steve Reed, same as you always have done. It's pike season now. A lot of people are out bait fishing for pike. I recommend you go, particularly if it's new to you. Get yourself onto the course. Just contact Steve Reed through either Facebook or the email address that's on the bottom of our flyers, or through the website. So that's coming up. they've done a great job this year. I think we've had at least half a dozen academy days, if you like, ranging from waggler fishing, pole fishing, barbel fishing, general fishing, all sorts. And they've proved really popular. So for next year, we'll be putting out a plan soon. Get on them quick because they're limited spaces. So get on them quick if you want to get on to do them. That's it from me as far as news goes at the moment. We'll go on to the photo competitions. I think you'll agree that there's some great photos in there this month and some nice fish caught. I mean, it's a shame it seems to be the same faces that are submitting their photos, and we're grateful for that, obviously, but we could do with a few more faces. So if you catch a fish of any note, it doesn't have to be a massive fish. Might just be an unusual fish or in an unusual location. So put them on our Facebook page, send them in to us, because it'd be nice to see some different faces. Talking to different sort of faces, we've got to mention Millie Hibbert, sorry, her first fish. Every angler there is remembers their first fish, and young Millie, I think she'll remember that for the rest of her days, which is always good and nice to see. And the other fish of note, John King, brown trout out of the Thames. There can't be too many people that have caught brown trout out of the Thames. That's quite an unusual fish and a beautiful looking fish as well. Martin Lamb, mini barbel, something that's close to our heart with the hatchery and everything else. Seeing small barbel, that's what we as fishery managers and owners, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see the big ones. Of course we do. Everyone likes a big barbel, but the small ones, they're the future. And to see that fish are coming through means a lot. So if you catch these small barbel out there, and I know a few people have, stick some pictures up, because it's good for us. It's good to know what's going on. And like I say, they're the important fish. Right, Mr. Tarrant, Mr. Consistent, he's been out on the Thames and he's had, his usual chub and barbel fare. I don't think there's a month goes by where Dave doesn't stick some fish up on our Facebook page. So, keep it up, Dave. And for the winner of the photo competition this month, you'll get some prizes courtesy of Bait Tech and Rod Hutchinson, is Powell Felinek, and I must apologise if that's wrong, Powell. beautiful picture of a pike, quite a long pike, 40 inches he measures that at. That's getting on for 4 foot long, and it's a great photo. He's smiling, which is always a prerequisite of the photo competition. So well done, pal. Get in touch with us via Messenger or on the Facebook page or whatever, and we'll make sure your prizes and your hat, your RDAA hat, will be in the hut for you to collect. As for the Fish of the Month picture or competition, Kevin Hargreaves. Well, if there isn't somebody that deserves it more, I don't know who it would be. I mean, Kevin, you know, he's a great supporter of ours. We see him on all sorts of work parties, Friday clubs, everything else. Generally a cracking guy, and he's been out and he's braced a £6.9 chub and a £12.9 barbel from the Thames. Doesn't get any better than that. So Kevin, you've got yourself a £50 voucher and a nice little trophy to stick onto your mantelpiece, all courtesy of Angling Direct. Give us a shout and we will endeavour to get it to you.
Right, so hi everyone. It's been a pretty good month looking at the picture gallery we've got there, and hopefully if we get a nice bit of weather coming in this month, the fishing is only going to get better. This month, obviously, as of the 1st of October, we now allow dead baiting for pike, and also the lure size has increased, so you can now start throwing these big lures about for some of these big crocs. On the 18th of October, we have got a pike clinic with the Better Fishing Academy, all run by Steve Reed, so the email address is on our website. If anyone wants to get yourselves booked onto that, it's a really good day, and it's just a brilliant lesson where a few of the sort of regular pike guys we've got will be showing off some of their rigs and tips, and really how to safely fish for these pike. If you're sort of an inexperienced pike angler, going out dead baiting for the first time can be a bit of a challenge. There's certain ways you need to set these rigs up and things, so if you've not done it before, get yourselves booked onto this and it'll be a great day. You'll learn some really good tips off some really experienced guys. Other fish to be targeting this month is going to be your chub and your barbel. Hopefully we can get a little bit more rain than is forecast, and if as soon as we get this good bit of dump of rain, I think these barbel and chub are going to be really on it. The Thames is obviously already producing some great stamper fish, and these sort of 6-pounders you're seeing on the Facebook page come the winter time are only going to be getting bigger. Wilmot's is fishing really well at the moment. Plenty of guys down there catching regularly. The pellet bin at Farnham Flint's doing really well. It's nice to see people are putting their pounds in the pot, and if there are days when the hut isn't open, at the side of the hut there we've got a small bin, we've got an honesty box there. Stick your pound in, grab your bag of pellet, and you can have a great day's fishing. Keep the feed going in. I see many people there that just sort of every 20 minutes they're putting in a nice handful. You need to be putting a small handful of bait in every couple of minutes. Get those fish coming in and eating it. If the float's dipping and moving around, the fish are down there feeding, so keep the bait trickling in little and often and you'll have a great day there. Cottage Lane is still fishing really well at the moment. Some great guys have been going down there in the evening and having some great catches. I think it's almost every other fish people are catching. Sometimes there's a 20-pounder at the minute. I've seen a great stamp of carp too. There's been carp too, I think 27.5 coming out, so it's not going to be long before there's a 30-pounder there. And other than that, the weather's looking to improve and the fishing should be good this month, so get out there, hopefully you get a few.
Thanks for that, Jim. Yep, autumn is certainly here. Usually a pretty good time for fishing. Hope you have some great sport. Tight lines, everyone, and we'll see you next month.